Welcome to SSR Pharma Media, your trusted source for pharma knowledge. HAP Exam H Series MCQs for Success. Today we are going to discuss about Human Anatomy and Physiology, that Nervous System Part 2. Prepare, practice, succeed. So we discuss about nervous system. Nervous system. So neuron is the structural and functional units of the nervous system. So there are two types. So already I told peripheral nervous system. So it's a functional classification ANS, somatic nervous system SNS, and enteric nervous system. So B, structural classification spinal nerve, cranial nerve. So central nervous system CNS. So spinal nerves, cranial nerves. So already we have discussed this in last video. So today we are going to discuss about central nervous system. So main focus on CNS. So CNS is the command center. So it's containing brain and spinal cord. So central nervous systems containing brain and spinal cord. Today we are going to discuss about this. So which is the outermost meningeal layer covering the brain and spinal cord? So option A, pia mater. Option B, dura mater. Option C, arachnoid mater. Option D, choroid plexus. So the answer is option B, dura mater. So dura mater, the meninges are arranged as dura maters. It's the dura maters. So it is type of outer layer of the brain, and arachnoid matter is the middle layer of the brain, and pia mater is the inner layer of the brain. It is all together is called meninges. Next, the subarachnoid space where CSF circulates and lies between option A, dura and pia. Option B, pia and arachnoid. Option C, dura and arachnoid. Option D, pia and choroid. So the answer is option B, pia and arachnoid. So CSF flows in the subarachnoid space that between the pia and arachnoid matter. So CSF fluid is present between pia and arachnoid matter. Next, which ventricles is located in the diencephalon? Option A first, option B second, option C third, option D fourth. So the answer is option C, third. The third ventricle is a narrow cavity in the diencephalon. It is connected to lateral ventricles by interventricular foramina. So this is a connection between interventricular foramina. Next, the main site of CSF production is option A, pia mater. Option B, arachnoid villi. Option C, choroid plexus. Option D, dura mater. So the answer is option C, choroid plexus. So choroid plexus in ventricles produced most of the CSF. So choroid plexus produced most of the CSF, cerebrospinal fluid. The total volume of cerebral spinal fluid in an adult is approximately option A 50 ml, option B 100 ml, option C 150 ml, option D 500 ml. So the answer is option C 150 ml. So CSF volume in adult is 150 ml, renewed 3 to 4 times daily. Which lobe of the cerebrum is primarily responsible for vision? Option A, frontal. Option B, parietal. Option C, temporal. Option D, occipital. So the answer is option D, occipital. So occipital lobe contains the primarily visual cortex. So occipital lobe is present back side of the neck. So in this area, so our vision is present in this occipital lobe. Next, which lobe of the cerebrum is primarily responsible for vision? So already you have seen this question. Next, the motor speech area is located in option A, temporal lobe, option B, frontal lobe, option C, parietal lobe, option D, occipital lobe. So the answer is option B, frontal lobe. So Broca's area in the frontal lobes controls speech production. So it's a frontal lobe, it's controlling the speech. Which part of the brain controls posture and coordination of voluntary movements? Option A, cerebrum. Option B, medulla oblongata. Option C, cerebellum. Option D, pons. So the answer is option C, cerebellum. Cerebellum ensures motor coordination and postures balances. So cerebellum is coordinating the postures and balances, motor coordinations and postures balance. Next, which structure connects the cerebrum to the spinal cord? Option A, cerebellum. Option B, brainstem. Option C, hypothalamus. Option D, corpus callosum. So the answer is option B, brainstem. So the brainstem connecting, that means links between cerebrum with spinal cord. Next, medulla oblongata regulates option A, emotion, option B, vision, option C, respiration and cardiac function, option D, memory consolidation. So the answer is option C, respiration and cardiac functions. So medulla oblongata coordinating respirations and cardiac functions. So medulla oblongata vital centers for breathing, heart rate and blood pressure. The relay center for sensory impulses before reaching the cerebrum is option A, hypothalamus, option B, thalamus, option C, pons, option D, cerebellum. So answer is option B, thalamus. So thalamus acts as a sensory relay station to cerebral cortex. So this is the thalamus. It is the relay station to cerebral cortex. Which brain part regulates hunger, thirst and body temperature? Option A, hypothalamus. Option B, cerebellum. Option C, medulla. Option D, occipital lobe. So the answer is option A, hypothalamus. So hypothalamus is regulating hunger, thirst and body temperature. Hypothalamus maintains hemostasis and controls autonomic functions also. Next, which tract carries motor commands from the brain to skeletal muscles? Option A, spinothalamic tract. Option B, corticospinal tract. Option C, dorsal column tract. Option D, spinocerebellar tract. So the answer is option B, corticospinal tract. So corticospinal tract is the major descending motor pathway. Next, which spinal cord tract carries pain and temperature sensation? Option A, dorsal column. Option B, spinothalamic tract. Option C, corticospinal tract. Option D, spinocerebellar tract. So the answer is option B, spinothalamic tract. Spinothalamic tract transmit pain, temperature and crude touch. So spinothalamic tract. Next, the gray matter of the spinal cord is arranged in option A, circular rings, option B, H-shaped pattern, option C, striation, option D, parallel tracks. Answer B, H-shaped pattern. So central gray matter resembles on H butterfly shape. It's a H butterfly shape. Which root of the spinal nerves carries motor fibers? Option A, dorsal root, option B, ventral root, option C, both roots, option D, dorsal car. So the answer is option B, ventral root. Ventral root, it is a type of motor efferent, and dorsal root is contain sensory, that means afferent. It's a ventral, this is the ventral part, this is the dorsal root. Next, reflexes are mediated through option A, brainstem only, option B, spinal cord and brainstem, option C, spinal cord only, option D, cerebrum. So the answer is option B, spinal cord and brainstem. Spinal cord and brainstem. Reflex arcs can be spinal or brainstem mediated. So pupillary reflex. Knee jerk reflex is an example of option A, polysynaptic reflex, option B, monosynaptic reflex, option C, conditioned reflex, option D, autonomic reflex. So the answer is option B, monosynaptic reflex. So stretch reflex involves a single synapse between sensory and motor neurons. So between sensory and motor neurons. The withdrawal reflex is option A, monosynaptic, option B, polysynaptic, option C, conditioned, option D, voluntary. So the answer is option B, polysynaptic. So withdrawal reflex involves interneurons and multiple synapses. So withdrawal symptoms. Next, the limbic system of the brain is primarily involved in option A, regulation of voluntary movements, option B, emotional behavior and memory, option C, autonomic reflexes, option D, coordination of vision and hearing. So the answer is option B, emotional behavior and memory. So the limbic system controls emotion, motivations, memory, consolidations. It links higher cortical areas with hypothalamic drives. Next, the center of the regulation of the body temperature, hunger, thirst, located in thalamus, midbrain, hypothalamus, pons. So tell answer in the comment box. If you like this video, subscribe, share and like. So all of you join in our WhatsApp community. You will get hands-out material and number of test series. It's useful for MRB exam in order to succeed. So all of you, thank you once again. Like, subscribe and share. Thank you.